Good morning, students. Let me start the day with these inspiring lines. Forget who hurt you yesterday, but do not forget those who love you every day. Forget the past that make you cry and focus on the present that make you smile. Forget the pain, but never the lesson you gained, because every pain gives a lesson and every lesson changes a person. If you want to change yourself, please work hard. You can change yourself. You can change the future of the country. Students, it is my humble request. Please work hard. With this beautiful thought, I want to start the today's class, the today's lecture. Students, please be attentive. Last video, I taught you about the Lok Sabha. Now today, I am going to teach you about the second house of the parliament, that is the Rajya Sabha. Our country is a bicameral legislature. Bicameral legislature means that we have two houses in the parliament. One house is the Lok Sabha, other house is the Rajya Sabha. If a parliament is there which has two houses, that is called bicameral. And if parliament has one house, it is called unicameral, having one house only. That's why Union Parliament is a bicameral, because it has the Lok Sabha as well as the Rajya Sabha. But there are states. The states legislative assembly can be unicameral as well as bicameral. There are 6 states in a country. In our country, there are 6 states in our country which are bicameral. It has 2 houses. One house, that is prominent house, that is called the Vidhan Sabha, and second house which is indirectly elected, that is called Vidhan Parishad. Member of Vidhan Sabha is known as MLA, and member of Vidhan Parishad is called MLC, member of Legislative Council. 6 states are there which has at present 2 houses. Let me give you the examples of the states. The states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Karnataka. These are the 6 states where we have 2 houses, Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Rest states has only one house, that is Vidhan Sabha. Now, Rajya Sabha, as we know, is known as the upper house, known as the Council of States. Rajya Sabha. How many members are there in Rajya Sabha? If they ask question, how many members are there? We'll write directly. We'll write, no doubt. There are 250 members. Means maximum. Maximum strength of Rajya Sabha is 250. Out of 250, 238 members are elected by the member of Vidhan Sabha, and 12 members are nominated by the president. ये 12 व्यक्ति कौन कौन है, कौन हो सकते 12 व्यक्ति? कभी कभी ये क्वेश्चंस लॉजिकल है, कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन दे रहे हो, यूपीएससी का दे रहे हो और सिविल सर्विस का एग्जाम दे रहे हो, चिल्ड्रन बी रेडी. आई एम टीचिंग इन सच अ डेप्थ दैट यू विल कवर ऑल द थिंग्स. 12 लोग नॉमिनेट होते हैं. 12 members those are nominated in Rajya Sabha, they should be from 4 different field: science, arts, literature, social service. साइंस, आर्ट्स, लिटरेचर, बस 4 क्षेत्र से आना चाहिए. 4 फील्ड दे कम: साइंस, आर्ट्स में सब आ गया, स्पोर्ट्स आ गया, फिल्म भी आ गया उसी में, सब ऑल आर्ट्स, लिटरेचर एंड सोशल सर्विस। 12 आर नॉमिनेटेड। तो कुछ नॉमिनेट मेंबर्स का नाम हम बता दे रहे हैं जो कि बहुत ही फेमस है। हम लोग जान रहे हैं कि रिसेंटली हमारे द एक्स चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट, द चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट, द ऑनरेबल रंजन गोगोई जी, ऑनरेबल रंजन गोगोई जी, the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, ex, retired, last year retired. And this year he has been nominated in the Rajya Sabha. Also, let me tell you, Mary Kom, nominated in the Rajya Sabha. जीते हुए लोग भी कई हैं, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी हैव द रूपा गांगुली फ्रॉम भाजपा, सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी, धाकड़ा नेता भाजपा के, वेरी गुड डायनामिक लीडर, इज अ मेंबर ऑफ राज्यसभा इलेक्टेड। तगड़े नेता कश्मीर के राज्यसभा के गुलाम नबी आजाद is also from Rajya Sabha, elected member. That's why we see the Rajya Sabha is also there, upper house is there. They are elected, they are indirectly elected by the member of state legislative assembly by proportional representation by the means of single transferable vote. Proportional representation by the means of single transferable vote. When you write definition, you write like this: Rajya Sabha is elected indirectly by the member of state legislative assembly, means elected member of state legislative assembly by proportional representation by the means of single transferable vote. ये इसकी definition, these are the definitions of the Rajya. Means the Rajya Sabha is elected, 238 are elected by the member of Vidhan Sabha, elected member of Vidhan Sabha. विधान सभा दिल्ली में भी है, वहां के मुख्यमंत्री है। चूंकि दिल्ली इज अ यूनियन टेरिटरी बट स्टिल हैज चीफ मिनिस्टर, डायनेमिक लीडर केजरीवाल जी। Pondicherry is also a union territory, it has its chief minister. V Narayan Swamy is chief minister of Pondicherry, from Congress he is. तो ये दो यूनियन टेरिटरी ऐसे हैं जो यूनियन टेरिटरी होते हुए वहां मुख्यमंत्री हैं। दे आर यूनियन टेरिटरी बट स्टिल दे हैव द चीफ मिनिस्टर, स्टिल दे हैव द विधान सभा। दे विल आल्सो elect for the Rajya Sabha. Elected member of Vidhan Sabha votes for the member of Rajya Sabha. 12 members are nominated by the president and 238 are elected by the member of Vidhan Sabha. That is about the Rajya Sabha composition. But at present, we have only 245 members are there in the Rajya Sabha. Now, second question is that, which sometimes they ask, that why Rajya Sabha is known as the permanent house. Rajya Sabha is known as permanent house because it cannot be dissolved. The maximum term of Rajya Sabha is 6 years and the house does not dissolve. What it means? That 1/3 of its member retires after every 2 years. 1/3 of its member retires. Now, why it happens that 1/3 of member retires? Like Lok Sabha, we say that it is dissolved after every 5 years. But Rajya Sabha, we say that 1/3 of its member retire after every 2 years. They also have 6-year terms they have. Now, why it is like that? Because the first election of Rajya Sabha, which was held in 1952 in the month of April 3rd, that time the election was held for 216 seats. There were 216 seats were there. Out of that, 204 were elected and 12 were nominated. In 1952, when the composition was made the first time, they have made three category of members were there in that. The first category member retired in 1954. They retired. One third. One third retired in 1954. Means that one third was replaced by new one third. 1956. Again, one third member retired and one third was replaced by a new member. 1958, again one third retired and that one third was replaced by the new member. And those who are elected in 1954, they will complete in 1960. Means the house is never empty. At least one third retires and one third replaced. Means 2/3 members always there in the house. 2/3. It can only vacate the member, only one third can vacate the seat at a time after every 2 years. That is why we say, Lok Sabha, what happened? All the members of the Lok Sabha came together. For example, the 17th election of Lok Sabha, what we had now, the 17th election, all the members, the 543 members, all came in the month of May. They became the member of parliament. When result was declared on 24th May 2019, together they were all, our PM, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi was, he has taken the oath as a PM on 30th of May. Means all the members came together. They will complete their term together in 2024. They will complete their term together. Then we can say that they will all retire. They will all retire. Okay. Now about the qualification member of Rajya Sabha. Qualifications. What are the qualifications to be a member of Rajya Sabha? The members Rajya Sabha qualification is that, first of all, I already told you that he should be Indian citizen. He should not be less than 30 years of age. The age is 30 years. He should not be a proclaimed criminal. He should not be unsound mind. He should not be in debt. He should not be holding any office of profit. Already I discussed. Same thing is there. Only the age which is there. He should not be less than 30 years of age. That is about qualification. Now, the next topic which I am going to tell you, which I am going to teach you today, is about the procedure of the parliament. Parliament procedure. Now, how the parliament proceed? Now, first we have to study about the session of the parliament. According to the constitution, it is there in the constitution that the difference between the two sessions of parliament cannot be more than 6 months. The difference between two session means when the house assembled for the meeting, the session, all the member of parliament, the member of Lok Sabha and the member of Rajya Sabha, they will all gather together in the parliament. And the session is called by the president calls it. Session is called by the president. The president calls the session. And when session starts, all the members will gather. Now we have 3 sessions. Now to avoid, the constitution says that there should not be more than 6 months of gap between the interval of 2 sessions. That's why we have 3 sessions we have. The first session, that is called the budget session. The budget session, all the sessions are called by the president. Budget session generally we have from in the month of February and up till the May. It can be held in between this period. The first session is the budget session. In that the budget of the country is made. The second session is the monsoon session we have. The monsoon session we have, that is in the month of, we have in the month of July and August. And the third session and the last session of the year, that is the winter session. And the winter session is held in the month of November and December. Between this period, the session can be held. But the session is called by the president. When president will call for a session, then only session will work. Then only session will start. Then only all the member of parliament will gather in the parliament. Otherwise, all the member of parliament should be in their respective constituency. They should be there. They should not be in the. They should not be there in Delhi. But when session starts, they should gather. They should discuss. They should all come in the house so that they can discuss about the important matter of the country. Now, second topic is a quorum. Quorum is defined as the minimum number of members present in the house so that house can work for a day. The minimum number of members present in the house so that the house can transact its business for a day. And that is 1/10 of the strength of the house. That means that 10% members should be present in the house so that the house can work for that particular day. Now suppose, like Lok Sabha has at present the strength of 543 members are there in the Lok Sabha. Now Lok Sabha, now when the day starts, the parliament starts at 11 a.m. When the parliament starts, the speaker first takes the attendance. In the attendance, if he sees that the member, those who are present today, is less than 1/10 of the strength of the house, and 1/10 of 543 comes in 55. 10% means if less than 55 members are there in the Lok Sabha, then the speaker will say that house is adjourned. You can go. Today the work of the house will not conduct. Same way, chairman is the presiding officer of the Rajya Sabha. 11 a.m. he also take attendance. When he sees that the total strength present that day is less than 10%, less than 1/10 of the strength of the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha at present has the strength of 245 members are there in the Rajya Sabha. Now out of 245 members, if the chairperson is the vice president of India, is the chairperson of Rajya Sabha. If he sees that, now 245, 1/10 becomes 25. If the chairman sees that today the strength of the house is less than 25, then he will say the house is adjourned. The house will not work. You can go back. Now the house will assemble again tomorrow. Means first, there is a quorum. He checks the strength of the house. That is called quorum. It should be 10% or more than 10% the strength of the house. That is the quorum. Means quorum for the Lok Sabha at present is 55. And the quorum for the Rajya Sabha at present is 25. Now, next one, when the quorum is fulfilled, quorum is there, suppose. Quorum is there, attendance is taken, and he sees that there are members are present today, more than 1/10 are present, then the house will work. The first hour of the house is known as the question hour we have. The question hour from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, the first hour of the house is the question hour. That hour is very systematic hour is there. Now all the questions are submitted to the speaker 10 days before. 10 days before only the question are submitted. Question hour, only the member whose name will be called that day to ask question, they will only ask question to the ministers. The speaker will call out their name. the member will stand and they will ask question to the ministers, to the ruling party. Now questions are of three types. The first is a very disciplined, without prior notice, without prior permission. No one can ask question in this question hour. Question are of three types asked during the question hour. First is the start question. Now start question, suppose the speaker has a list of name of the candidates, name of the member of parliament, those who will ask question. First question is start. Start means it has a asterisk mark. Asterisk is star like mark. The first question is the start question. Three type questions are the start question. The start question means the member will ask the question orally and the ministers will answer the question orally. Means oral question is asked when it is a question is starred. Asterisk mark, star mark, question number one, asterisk. Only oral question can be asked and the minister himself has to be present that day because he has to answer in front of the house, in front of everyone. He will give oral answer. But one thing, but he can, the member, the opposition can ask a supplementary question. The member is not satisfied with the answer, then he can ask a supplementary question. He can ask, which was not submitted there to the speaker. He can ask if he is not satisfied with the answer. That is called start. He can ask supplementary question. Oral it is. Second is the unstarred question. Unstarred question means that member, it has no mark. The member wants answer in written. He wants answer in written. And no supplementary question can be asked. It is not necessary that minister should be present in the house that day because the question is unstarred. He can send the answer to the speaker and speaker will hand over the answer to the concerned member of parliament. A speaker can give, the chairperson also can give. This process is conducted in the both the house. Lok Sabha speaker is there, Rajya Sabha chairman is there. That is why unstarred question, no supplementary question because already answer is drafted. It is already written. Now he cannot ask any questions again. Now the third is called the short notice question. Now short notice question is that the member of parliament, member of Lok Sabha, member of Rajya Sabha, he wants to the minister, he wants the answer should be given 10 days before 10 days. Actually rule is that they require 10 days time to collect all the information. Ministers want the time for collecting all the informations. But suppose a member wants the answer before 10 days, it depends on the minister whether he is ready to answer the question before 10 days or not. If he denies, he cannot compel the member to ask question before 10 days. That is the third type of question in the short notice question. Question is asked, urgent it is, they want answer before 10 days they want answer. Now, the next hour which starts from 12 to 1 p.m. From 12 noon to 1 p.m. the third is called as the 0 hour. The 0 hour. Now 0 hour there is total indiscipline in the house. No discipline is there. Because there is no prior notice given, no prior question is submitted to the speaker, no prior notice question is submitted to the member of parliament, to the ministers. Whatever comes in their mind, they will stand and they will ask question. Speaker, it depends. Now this becomes very noisy. No prior notice, no prior information in before it is given. That's why the 0 hour becomes very difficult. It becomes very noisy in this. Now the efficiency of the speaker or the efficiency of chairman is tested during that time when the house is making noise. That's why 0 hour is there for 1 hour. Afterwards, they go for lunch. 1 o'clock, they go for lunch. Now, one more is there that is called as the adjournment motion. Now, what is adjournment motion? Adjournment motion means lay aside all the working of the house and let us discuss the matter of urgent importance. All the working of the house means today the house assembled early morning 11 a.m. they assembled, and the opposition are ready to ask questions from the government, and they appeal to the speaker that today the house will not conduct, it will not have its normal procedure. Might be there was a rail accident happened last night, a lot of people died. Might be there was a natural calamity took place in the country. Might be there was flood, there was tsunami, there was any natural calamity happened, a lot of people died in that. Early morning, they are all the opposition are charged up, and as soon as the house assembled early morning at 11 a.m., they are with a resolution of adjournment motion. They ask the speaker, please today we will not have any other questions. Today let us take the matter of urgent importance, the accident, railway accident, the aeroplane crash which took place in the country, might be tsunami which took place. We want to ask clarification from the government what they have done, and that is called adjournment motion. Means today the house will not work. Today they will only ask questions to the government regarding that matter, which is a very important matter. It depends upon the speaker whether he allows the permission of adjournment or not. It is totally on the speaker. Now next one we have the no confidence motion. Now third, the no confidence motion is a very dangerous weapon in the hand of opposition party. विपक्ष के हाथ में बहुत बड़ा शस्त्र है, by which they can dissolve the Lok Sabha. Now, no confidence motion can only take place in the Lok Sabha. It cannot start in the Rajya Sabha. It cannot start. It can only take place in the Lok Sabha because Lok Sabha members are elected directly by the people. The Prime Minister, all the ministers are there in the Lok Sabha. They are responsible for the Lok Sabha. Government is made of Lok Sabha. Election was held for Lok Sabha. That is why the no confidence motion can only start in the Lok Sabha. It cannot start in the Rajya Sabha. Now, how it can start? Now, no confidence motion is only effective when there is a coalition government. Coalition. Now, do you know the meaning of coalition? Let me tell you what is the meaning of coalition. Coalition means Mili Juli Sarkar, Gadbandhan Sarkar. To form a government, a party requires more than half seats of Lok Sabha. The 17th Lok Sabha election was held in 2019, and there were 543 seats for Lok Sabha. Now, to form government, if a party has to get more than 272 seats to form a government in the Lok Sabha. A party which gets more than half seat, 543 total strength, and more than half is 272 seats. But BJP got alone 303 seats. BJP alone got, means that is called as the majority. The BJP government is in majority, full confidence. Now, no confidence motion will not work for the BJP government now, because BJP itself is more than half. Total strength of BJP is 303 seats. Now, no confidence motion, when I am teaching you, you must understand. Now, no confidence motion is only effective if a government which is there made at the center of the state, that is made of 2-3 parties joined together to form a coalition government. A गठबंधन सरकार 2-4 पार्टियों से मिलकर बना है, तब ये बहुत ही इफेक्टिव मेथड है विपक्ष के हाथ में. द ऑपोजिशन हैज अ वेरी पावरफुल वेपन इन देयर हैंड बाय विच गवर्नमेंट कैन कोलैप्स. We saw the government collapsing in Karnataka. We saw government collapsing in MP. Now, we say the coalition government. Now, how the no confidence motion is, how is started? To start a no confidence motion, at least 50 members should agree for that. The requirement is that to initiate a no confidence motion, there should be at least 50 members in favor of presenting the motion in the House. If 50 members or more are there, if they have presented this motion in the House, then the speaker will go for the next step. The next step is that within 10 days, the House will gather to decide the no confidence motion. Within 10 days. Now the House gathered and now again the voting will be done. And if in that voting in favor of government or to pass a no confidence motion, to pass a no confidence against the government, if the member of parliament passes more than half, agrees that government should dissolve, they vote. They are not supporting government. If more than half member of Lok Sabha votes against the government, then the no confidence motion is passed and the government is dissolved. It happened in our country. No confidence motion happened in our country. It happened during the time of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. That time Atal Bihari Vajpayee, he was the Prime Minister of India. His government collapsed 2 times. The 12th Lok Sabha election, the BJP government dissolved because of one vote. One vote. It dissolved. No confidence motion was passed and one vote was less in favor of the government and government dissolved. It is only effective when there is a coalition government, when the government is itself very powerful, when they itself are more than half the party. Like we can say that the BJP government is very strong in the center. The UP government, the BJP government in Uttar Pradesh is very strong because they are alone. BJP is alone, more than half. The Modi ji and Yogi ji, both are very powerful in their respective sphere. The government will not be dissolved because they are alone more than half BJP. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe my channel. See you again in our next video.